Red lights, quiet streets, your keys in hand. Everything seems normal. But in 2026, a single missed notice or a tiny system error could freeze your license overnight. Automation, stricter rules, and real-time data mean the old safety nets are gone. One overlooked email, a lapsed insurance payment, or a delayed renewal, and the DMV moves before you even know. Today, we're breaking down the critical changes catching drivers off guard and showing exactly how to protect yourself. Starting in 2026, state DMVs will operate with advanced real-time electronic verification systems that continuously monitor driver compliance across insurance, registration, and licensing databases. Even a single day without valid coverage can trigger immediate registration suspension. Situations that were once minor, such as a failed autopay attempt, an expired credit card, or missed renewal notifications, now result in automatic enforcement. The system detects gaps or inconsistencies within hours, leaving almost no margin for error. These automated processes extend beyond insurance. Incomplete submissions, unpaid fees, or missed deadlines are flagged instantly, and penalties, including license suspension and registration holds, are applied without human review. Where previously a missed payment might have prompted a courtesy notice, today the system moves forward immediately once a discrepancy is detected. Drivers must now manage accounts and deadlines proactively to avoid sudden enforcement actions. Medical reporting is another critical component. Several states now require physicians to report conditions that could impair driving, including vision deterioration, seizure disorders, severe cognitive decline, and poorly controlled chronic diseases such as diabetes. When a physician submits a report, the DMV initiates a review that often includes medical documentation, fitness to drive questionnaires, or vision and cognitive assessments. Failure to respond promptly triggers automatic license suspension, emphasizing the importance of timely compliance. These automated verification and reporting systems are fully integrated with insurance and medical databases, enabling continuous cross-referencing and immediate action on any detected irregularities. Drivers no longer benefit from administrative delays or manual oversight. Compliance is measured in hours, and any lapse, regardless of intent, is treated as actionable. The combination of continuous monitoring, instantaneous enforcement, and mandatory medical reporting represents a major shift in maintaining driving privileges, requiring precise adherence to all insurance and health-related obligations. Drivers over 65 now face significantly stricter license renewal requirements. Automatic mail and online renewals have been replaced in many states with mandatory in-person appointments, often including vision screenings and competency assessments. Renewal intervals have shortened in certain jurisdictions, requiring more frequent updates. Missing a scheduled appointment or failing a required test triggers immediate temporary driving restrictions, enforced automatically until compliance is met. These measures ensure that age-related changes in vision, reflexes, or cognitive function do not compromise safety on the road. Distracted driving regulations have expanded to include behaviors that were previously overlooked. Holding or interacting with a mobile device while the vehicle is running, even when idling at stoplights, adjusting GPS, or briefly checking notifications, is now considered a violation. Penalties escalate rapidly, starting with fines, followed by points on the driver's record, and ultimately, temporary license suspension for repeated offenses. For senior drivers, these regulations intersect critically with renewal requirements. Infractions recorded during the renewal window are automatically integrated into DMV systems, potentially influencing vision and competency evaluations. Automated monitoring now links traffic violations, medical records, and renewal schedules, ensuring non-compliance is identified in real time without human review. This makes meticulous attention to deadlines, in-person appointments, and device policies essential for maintaining driving privileges. The combination of in-person renewals, enhanced assessments, and expanded distracted driving enforcement represents a major shift in regulatory expectations. Drivers must actively track renewal dates, prepare for vision and cognitive evaluations, and strictly follow hands-free or stationary device rules. Automated systems enforce penalties swiftly, leaving little room for error. Proper planning, adherence to device regulations, and timely compliance with all renewal requirements are now critical for senior drivers to maintain legal and safe operation of their vehicles. In 2026, even the smallest violation or lapse may trigger a mandatory SR-22 filing, a certificate of financial responsibility that can double your insurance premiums for years. What used to be a minor oversight is now an event with long-lasting consequences, affecting your daily life, your budget, and your freedom to drive. DMV systems are no longer isolated offices processing paperwork at a slow pace. They now operate as fully integrated, real-time networks, pulling data from insurance claims, traffic cameras, and law enforcement databases simultaneously. A minor fender bender captured by a traffic camera or a late insurance payment flagged by your provider can immediately initiate a license review. Within hours, your status may shift from fully legal to restricted, all without a single human reviewing your case. The speed and precision of these systems mean there is no margin for error, and even responsible drivers are at risk if they fail to stay ahead of the rules. Complicating matters further, outdated contact information can create catastrophic blind spots. If your DMV or insurance provider has an old address or email on file, notices may never reach you, but the system doesn't wait. Missed letters, undelivered emails, or ignored notifications automatically trigger enforcement actions. Your license can be suspended, fines applied, and your insurance flagged, all while you remain unaware of the problem until it's too late. The combination of instantaneous data cross-referencing, automated enforcement, and mandatory financial responsibility filings creates a landscape where one small oversight can cascade into months of restrictions and skyrocketing costs. A driver leaves for work, unaware that an unpaid insurance fee or a small violation has triggered an SR22 requirement. Insurance rates double, reinstatement fees pile up, and the ability to legally drive disappears almost overnight. No phone call, no warning, just an automated system executing rules with surgical precision. In this new era, staying compliant demands vigilance, technical awareness, and proactive management of every interaction with your DMV, insurance provider, and driving record. Are your insurance payments, DMV records, and contact information fully up to date to prevent an unexpected suspension in 2026? The era of multiple courtesy warnings from the DMV is over. In 2026, most violations, lapses, or administrative discrepancies trigger a single formal notice. This streamlined approach is part of a broader shift toward automation and real-time enforcement, designed to minimize human error and accelerate compliance. Once the notice is issued, drivers must respond immediately. Failure to act within the designated time frame results in the system automatically imposing penalties, which can include fines, registration suspension, or temporary restrictions on driving privileges. The emphasis is now on rapid compliance rather than gradual enforcement, leaving no opportunity for delays or oversight. Vision assessments have become a critical component of this new regulatory framework. Certain age groups, particularly drivers over 65, are now routinely required to undergo vision screenings during the renewal process. Additionally, drivers flagged due to reported medical conditions, such as deteriorating eyesight, neurological issues, or chronic diseases affecting perception and reaction time, may be mandated to complete vision evaluations regardless of age. These assessments are closely integrated into DMV systems, meaning that failure to submit the results on time triggers temporary restrictions or license holds until the necessary documentation is verified. The technical sophistication of modern DMV systems amplifies the impact of these changes. Automated cross-referencing ensures that any lapse in compliance, whether it is a missed test, incomplete form, or delayed submission, is immediately flagged and acted upon. The system is programmed to enforce restrictions without waiting for human review, so even minor oversights can have immediate legal consequences. Temporary restrictions may limit driving to certain hours, daylight-only operation, or require corrective measures such as updated eyewear prescriptions before full privileges are restored. These measures are applied systematically and uniformly, reducing subjective interpretation while increasing the stakes for timely action. The implications for drivers are substantial. Where once multiple reminders and leniency allowed for administrative delays, the current environment demands proactive monitoring of all renewal requirements. This includes scheduling vision assessments well in advance, ensuring all medical documentation is complete and submitted promptly, and maintaining regular communication with the DMV to confirm compliance. Automated enforcement ensures that non-compliance is recorded instantly, and any unresolved issues directly affect a driver's legal status on the road. This shift reflects a broader trend in DMV operations. The combination of digital integration, automated flagging, and immediate enforcement is intended to enhance road safety, particularly for populations at higher risk of age or health-related impairments. Drivers must now navigate a system that prioritizes precision and timeliness, where a single missed step can result in immediate consequences. In 2026, switching insurance providers without ensuring continuous coverage can have immediate consequences. Even a one-day gap between policies can trigger an automatic suspension of your vehicle registration. Modern DMV systems monitor insurance records in real time, instantly detecting any lapse in policy dates. This automated oversight ensures that drivers maintain uninterrupted coverage, treating even minor gaps as serious compliance violations. The system's precision extends to DMV submissions themselves. Incomplete forms, missing digital signatures, or improperly submitted documents are now flagged as non-compliance. For instance, a renewal application lacking a required signature or essential information will trigger automated processing, potentially resulting in fines, temporary registration holds, or suspension of driving privileges. Enforcement occurs immediately once the discrepancy is detected, leaving no room for delays or manual review. These changes represent a major shift from previous practices. The minor oversights were often addressed over weeks, sometimes with courtesy reminders. Today, automated systems continuously cross-reference insurance records and DMV submissions. Any irregularity generates an instant compliance flag, and penalties are applied without human intervention. Drivers must now meticulously plan insurance transitions, review all forms for completeness, and ensure every required digital signature is properly recorded. The consequences of non-compliance extend beyond administrative inconvenience. A suspension caused by a one-day insurance gap or incomplete submission can impact legal driving privileges, increase fines, complicate registration renewals, and influence future insurance premiums. Automated enforcement ensures that every detected violation is formally recorded and acted upon, emphasizing the importance of precision and proactive management. Drivers must coordinate policy start and end dates carefully, verify that all DMV documents are complete, and confirm that digital signatures are successfully submitted. The system's automated processes treat minor errors the same as major violations, making diligence essential for uninterrupted driving privileges. Continuous monitoring, accurate documentation, and timely action are now critical components of legal and safe vehicle operation. The handling of traffic violations has undergone a dramatic transformation due to the implementation of real-time automated monitoring and integrated DMV systems. Even minor infractions, such as rolling through a stop sign, speeding slightly over the limit, or failing to signal, are now recorded immediately upon detection. Traffic cameras, law enforcement databases, and electronic reporting systems are interconnected, allowing violations to be documented and flagged without any human intervention. This instantaneous recording ensures that no infraction goes unnoticed, and the margin for administrative delay or oversight has effectively disappeared. Repeated offenses within a designated period have become particularly consequential. The system is programmed to track the frequency and severity of violations over time. If a driver accumulates multiple infractions within a set window, whether days, months, or years depending on state regulations, the DMV can automatically initiate license suspension proceedings. This process occurs without manual review, meaning that there is no discretionary evaluation or consideration of a driver's previous record beyond what the system detects. Automated enforcement applies uniformly, reducing subjective interpretation, but increasing the risk that drivers may face penalties even for minor but repeated mistakes. The consequences of these violations extend far beyond license suspension. Each infraction is factored into insurance risk scoring, which can lead to immediate increases in premiums. Insurers now receive automated notifications of violations, allowing them to adjust rates dynamically based on current driving behavior. This creates a direct link between traffic infractions and financial impact, even if a driver's record was previously clean. Furthermore, violations can affect eligibility for rental vehicles, with rental agencies routinely checking DMV and insurance databases before approving clients. Vehicle registration renewal is also impacted. Repeated infractions or unresolved citations can delay or complicate the renewal process, adding administrative hurdles and potential financial penalties. The effects of traffic violations are long-lasting. Even after a license has been reinstated following suspension, the recorded infractions remain part of the driver's permanent record for years. These entries continue to influence insurance calculations, risk assessments, and compliance evaluations. The cumulative effect is a landscape in which even minor mistakes can generate cascading consequences over time, emphasizing the need for continuous vigilance and adherence to all traffic laws. Modern drivers must now be proactive in monitoring their driving records, promptly addressing citations, and ensuring timely payment of fines. Ignoring or delaying response to even minor violations can activate automated enforcement triggers that escalate the severity of penalties. The integration of real-time monitoring, automatic recording, and cross-referencing with insurance and vehicle registration databases has fundamentally altered the regulatory environment. Drivers are no longer protected by grace periods or manual oversight. Compliance is measured in hours, and the system executes penalties with exacting precision. This shift reflects a broader trend toward automation and real-time accountability, creating a regulatory environment where minor traffic violations are treated with heightened seriousness, and repeated mistakes can have financial, legal, and operational consequences that persist long after the initial offense. Monthly insurance verification has become essential, as DMV systems are linked directly to insurance databases. Even a single missed payment, a lapsed policy, or a minor discrepancy in coverage dates can trigger automatic registration suspension. Auto-pay failures or outdated payment methods are no longer minor issues. They carry immediate consequences. Drivers must actively confirm that their insurance remains current and properly documented. Scheduled medical checkups are equally critical. For drivers with health conditions or those in age groups requiring periodic evaluations, vision tests, cognitive assessments, and chronic condition monitoring are tracked through automated systems. Failing to submit required documentation promptly can result in temporary restrictions or license suspension. Proactive scheduling and timely submission ensure compliance before enforcement actions are applied. Updating DMV contact information is another key requirement. Automated notifications, including suspension notices and renewal reminders, rely on accurate mailing addresses, emails, and phone numbers. Missed notices due to outdated contact information are treated as non-compliance, triggering penalties regardless of whether the driver actually received the alert. Finally, strict adherence to digital forms and deadlines is mandatory. Incomplete submissions, missing signatures, or late filings are instantly flagged, and penalties are applied without human review. Temporary restrictions may be enforced until issues are resolved, emphasizing the need for precise and timely compliance. These measures reflect a system where vigilance and proactive management are essential. Monthly insurance checks, scheduled medical evaluations, updated contact information, and meticulous form compliance are the only safeguards against automation-driven suspensions, ensuring drivers maintain uninterrupted legal privileges. By 2026, the rules have changed, and a single missed step can cost you your license. Every insurance lapse, overlooked medical notice, or incomplete DMV form now triggers instant penalties. Automation doesn't wait, and neither do the consequences. Imagine your daily commute halted, fines stacking, and your insurance skyrocketing, all before you even realize what went wrong. Staying ahead means precision, vigilance, and action at every deadline. Miss nothing, check everything, and protect your freedom to drive.